Hey y'all, it's Holly. So as mentioned in the previous video, um, I did intend to do a triple feature yesterday, with my second movie being Bring Her Back by the Philippou Philippou. Hold on, I don't want to mess up too many names. Philippou brothers, the ones behind Talk to Me. Um, I knew going in that I would not fully like vibe with it because I'm not a huge fan of possession movies. And I wasn't like the biggest fan of Talk to Me. Like it was good, but it wasn't my bag really. And this really isn't a review. Honestly, I couldn't finish it. I walked out. Um, I have like, personal reasons why I don't really like possession movies, so I'll kind of just leave it vague on that one. Um, just a thing. But also, it's a grief horror. And grief horror is very hit and miss for me, more so hit and miss. Um, it's another thing, like, I have, really honest, I have depression issues, so grief horror, especially with stuff like Babadook or this or other things like that, where it's just like way too much, just don't do well for me. Um, so this one was like already, I was like, yeah, and the way it was going, like, I didn't get very far into it before I left, maybe like 30 minutes thereabout. Um, Plus, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, but like the constant hinting that something's gonna happen to the cat, and it was like, okay, I'm not. Look, I get it. You guys like shocking, brutal stuff, but I'm not sitting here watching a cat get killed. That's not gonna happen either. Um, so it just, I don't like. Look, if it's good, I'm sure it's good because like the quality looked good and stuff, but it's not really my thing. Yeah, I do have a problem with grief horror though, because I want to do a video on this kind of stuff, but like it does feel like that grief or trauma horror or that kind of thing is the new thing for a while. And to be fair, like the 70s and 80s and stuff all had their own main horror themes that were over and over and over. But if like the big ones all hit the same note, it gets kind of repetitive, and especially if they all kind of do the same thing or they try and top each other with it. Like I said, like the 80s tried to top each other with like the violent slashes or the goofiness or the titillation involved in it, and that's why we people got burned out on that. Um, in the 70s, people got burned out on like the like uh what would you call it? Death of America horror, like the Hills Have Eyes or Last House on the Left kind of stuff, where it's like, okay, we get it, kind of things. Um, or like the 2000s with the torture genre, like Saw and Hostel. Like people get tired of it. I think we're definitely at that point where people are tired of the elevated grief, trauma, horror stuff, where it does feel like that's just A24's bag, is that, and it's just not for me, really. If it's for other people, fantastic. If that's the genre you love, if that you vibe with it, 100%, more power to you. Um, but yeah, look, I get it. I'm supposed to be a reviewer, but I have my limits, and I'm gonna be honest about that one. So I'm not gonna like if I sit down and try and watch a movie and I can't get through it for some reason or another, I'm gonna talk about it like of the reason why I couldn't get through it, I'm not going to try and review it because I didn't watch the whole thing. Um, I can talk about the parts I did watch. And the parts I did watch was like it was effective, it was creepy, but it was also incredibly telegraphed. That's the other thing I didn't really like. It's like you knew where it was going, like from the jump. When the two kids met Sally Hawkins' character, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I know where this is going. And then like the kid and the poster and stuff, like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I get you. Like it's one of those things. Is like you couldn't bother trying to make it a bit more twisty? No? Okay. I'll say this, the little brief bits I've seen, the little bit I saw of like the brother and sister duo, amazing chemistry, worked great together. The sister was excellent, the main girl. Um, but I really don't have much else to say. Um, if it bothers you that I didn't finish the movie and I'm talking about it, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. I I can talk about a movie that I tried to sit through. I'm not going to pretend like I saw the whole thing, but that's all I got. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell.